Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Welcome back inside the Sport One Parkview Ice House. Indiana Tech women's hockey underway here on another Saturday afternoon. It is the University of Michigan rolling into town, but rolling up here first is Scott Hicks. Scott, a 3-2 loss last night, 37 seconds, something like that on the clock. Conference matchup, bounce back opportunity tonight.
Well, we better. I mean, it's one of those situations where, again, it's the second Friday in a row where you can't play at this level without any energy, and we found ourselves in a tough spot, but it was self-inflicted again, and I think we'll have a better response today.
Well, we'll take it to a positive note off of that. Last Saturday against Midland, 2-0 win, very tight, good goaltending performance, and a bounce back then. So
that's what we're looking for. I think it was an honest conversation with him today, and realizing that this level, nothing's going to be given to you. You got to earn everything, and so we talked a lot about playing our way and our style, and making sure that we do the things that we need to be productive. And if we do that, we'll be in a much better position.
What's the number one area that you guys need to start with to improve from last night to tonight?
I think it's just skating. We caught ourselves flat in our own zone a lot last night, and they're a disciplined team that really baited us into mistakes, and we fed right into it. And a lot of it's because we were flat in all three zones, and so we got to start from our zone out by moving our feet more and more effective. And we do that, things will be more productive for us. And we found that out in the second period. We carried the play a lot, and it all stemmed with us skating more, putting the energy, putting pressure on them, getting pucks behind their D and getting to work. And when we get away from that game plan, we're in trouble, and that's kind of what happened in the first and third.
So after last night, some lineup jumbling in the bottom six and on defense. Molly McElhaney up top with Haley Terpstra. So a bit of a promotion. She was playing as the 7th D there for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, Molly's jumped in pretty good the last couple of weeks and really kind of taken a step forward for us. And I think she's made her presence known and really got that confidence that we try to instill in her. And I'm happy for her, and she's definitely earned that spot.
And then the second pairing listed is Brooklyn and Lauren.
Yep.
The captain and an All-American. Should have some pedigree. What are you looking for out of that, too?
I just trying to get some jump out of those next four. I mean, really, it's Brooklyn, her leadership and veteran presence back there, hopefully trying to jumpstart Lauren a little bit, I think, and just mix it up. It's just a different look. We're just trying to get a feel for where we're going, and obviously when you have a performance like last night, some changes are necessary to kind of wake them up a little bit, and that's kind of what we're going for.
All right, awesome. Well, that's all I got for you today. Best of luck on a bounce back, and enjoy the weekend off next week.
All right, thanks, bud.
All right, that will do it. We'll go ahead and step into a commercial break. On the other side of it, we'll do some more previewing. You're watching Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Hi, I'm Paxton, and I'll be your tour guide today. Behind me, we have Pearson Hall. This is one of our freshman dorms on campus. Today, I'll be showing you dorm rooms. Come inside. The only way to get into campus is if you have an ID card, so you'll have to swipe into all the dorms. And then over here, we have an intercom system. So through every dorm, we have these dial buttons within the dorm rooms and then outside. So say you're visiting somebody, you don't live here, you would dial their room number, and then you can actually call their room, and they can unlock the doors to the dorm through the intercom system, and you can talk to them. They can see you through a camera, and they can unlock the doors for you so they don't have to leave the room. It's really nice to have. So right here we just have our main lobby. Every floor has a lobby. In the lobbies we just have TVs and stuff. You can watch movies, play video games. You can hang out with friends, do homework, play card games. It's just a nice little hangout area to have. And then right here, this is what we call our RA office. So every single night there will be an RA in the office. They're just there for your needs if you have any issues with toilets or sinks or anything being clogged. They'll always be in there for your help. If you have questions about anything, you can always come see an RA here. And then over here, we have mailboxes. Every student has a mailbox. They are really small. The only thing they can fit is card-sized items. Throughout campus, you'll see our mail room when you go on your actual tour later on, and that will be in one of our other buildings where you'll receive bigger packages. All right, so here's the laundry room. So in the laundry room, you don't have to save quarters or use quarters. I know it says 25 cents, but it is included with living on campus. And then there's one on every floor and every side of the floor, so there's 2 on every floor in Pearson. So every student has keys to their dorm. And then as you come in, you will see our intercom system right here that I talked about in the entranceway. So this is where you would unlock the door for visitors, talk to them. And then one really nice thing about it is there is a security guard button right there. So if you were to have somebody calling your room constantly at 5 o'clock in the morning because some student forgot their keys, you could actually press the security guard button and it will lock them in that little box that we entered into the dorm. It'll lock both the outside doors and the inside doors and call security. So it also has a nice safety measure within your room. You don't even have to leave your room for that. So that's really nice. And then as we enter in this way, you'll see this is the half of our room looks like. So there's this, and then on the other side of the suite, there's a mirrored room that looks exactly like this. The desk, the dressers, and the closets, and all of the drawers and stuff all come with. You can decorate it any way you'd like, and then mini fridges, TVs, anything like that you would bring here. And then through here we have our bathroom. So then as we come into the bathroom, you'll see that this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then as you come through, there's one shower shared between the 2 rooms, and then this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then there's the mirrored room right here. So then they share a little common space out there, and then this is the exact same stuff, and it's all the same. Here we have Kalbflesh. This is our other freshman dorm on campus. It is across the street from main campus. We'll be showing another freshman dorm, the laundry room, and then the hangout lobby area. Come on in. So same thing as Pearson. To get into the dorms, you have to have a swipe card that unlocks and lets you in. All right, and then we have the same intercom system as we do in Pearson, and it runs throughout all of the dorms. And then in here is the lobby area where all the students hang out. We have like a TV so people can hook up like Xboxes or anything like that, DVD players, you can watch movies. I know RA's put on a bunch of activities down here. They do like movie nights with hot chocolate during the winter. We've done like pumpkin carving and we watch a Halloween movie, and so that's all done down here. And then it's the same thing over here. You can do some studying, you can hang out with friends, you can eat dinner if you want, and like I said, you can hang out with your RA, hang out with your friends, do homework, but follow me to the next part. So same thing as Pearson, every student has keys to their dorm. So when you first walk in, it's different than Pearson where there's no like 2 mirrored room. It's just one room with 2 students. The shelves, the desks, the drawers, all of the beds and stuff all come with. And then over here, it's the same for Pearson and Kalbflesh. You can control the air condition and the heat for the room, not the entire dorm, which is so nice because then it's between you and your roommate, not through hundreds of people in one building. And then as we walk over here, you'll see that the sink is outside of the bathroom, which is so nice because obviously if your roommate's showering, you don't have to worry about not being able to brush your teeth or even use the sink or get a drink of water or anything like that. And then as we walk over here, you'll see only 2 roommates to 1 bathroom. And then the shelving space. And then instead of Pearson where they have closets, you would have this whole shelving space and hanger area. And then same thing as Pearson, we have the intercom system over here where you can press the security guard button, you can talk to them, and then see them through the camera. Kalbflesh also has mailboxes. They're the same size. They fit card-sized items. And again, if you have any bigger packages, we do have a mailroom on campus. So then through here, this is the laundry room. The difference between Pearson and Kalbflesh is Kalbflesh, there's only one in the whole building and it's on the first floor, whereas Pearson has them on every floor. But it is the same as they are included with living here, so you don't have to use quarters. It's free to the students. And that concludes the tour. Thanks for coming with. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to your counselor. Hope to see you around campus. Go Warriors!
Welcome back inside the Sport One Park View Ice House for Indiana Tech women's hockey. Teams starting to come out of the dressing room. It is about that time. Narcos playing here in the Sport One Parkview Ice House. So that is how you know it's time to get down to business. Already got our interview with head coach Scott Hicks in the books. He was not exactly thrilled about how last night's game went. So looking for a lot of improvement in a lot of different areas in tonight's game. He pointed out skating as where it has to start for him. So we'll see if the Warriors come out moving their feet. You would think got to come out fired up after how last night's game concluded with a game-winning goal scored by Maria DeCreasy. Actually, she tied the game, and then it was Jordan Eliasson who scored the game winner with just 37.9 seconds to play. So should come out fired up, looking for some revenge. My name is Joe Hacker. I'll have your play-by-play tonight. On the camera and chipping in on some color commentary for me tonight is Hunter Sosenheimer. Hunter, welcome. First-time hockey broadcaster, long-time listener. How you feeling?
Super excited to be here. Should be an outstanding game of hockey. You got Michigan Wolverines, Indiana Tech Warriors. We're happy to get after it. Let's see how this thing rolls out.
Gotta love it. Hunter, a hockey guy, but for Summit City Sports, more of a basketball broadcaster.
Yep,
but pleasure having him alongside me here today for what should be a good one based off of what happened last night. Should be nice and tight. And Indiana Tech looking to bounce back. They're 7-1-1 on the season, 4-1 in CCWHA play last weekend. It was a split of the series against Midland. It was a loss on Friday in overtime. And on Saturday, a close, hard-fought 2-0 win, capped off with the empty net goal by Dakota Buller. But we'll go ahead and turn down to the PA, listen in for the starting
Now let's get it started.
All right, let's play some hockey here on a Saturday afternoon. We'll sneak in a quick look at the Indiana Tech Warriors lineup today. You see the top six forward group remains unchanged, but Juzak and Anderson will swap spots in the bottom six, and I believe it's an entirely new look on the back end. Moore and Yonker, the starters today. Calverda and Episcopo, Terpstra and McElhaney. Maddie Beek will be filling the role of seventh defender once again. Izzy Varner will get the start in net for Indiana Tech. Michigan 4-1-1 on the season, and should be 1-1 now, I believe, in CCWHA play. After 1-1-1. There we go. Perfect. Did not see the tie. But we are all set to go. We're ready.
Nothing better than Saturday afternoon hockey.
Absolutely. There's truly nothing better. Truly nothing like it. For Michigan, they're a bit of a low-scoring team. They've only scored their highest goal output in one game. It's 3. They've done that twice. It was last night and one of their earlier season games. So we'll see what they get tonight. Their goaltender, Sandrine Poneth, I've heard good things about her. It's puck drop and away we go. Off the rip, it is Michigan that controls, trying to send it ahead. Moore is there. She breaks up that play. Nesbitt through neutral ice, sends it ahead. Retreating back for it is McCarthy, but it will be whistled for icing. It'll come all the way down just 12 seconds into the game. For those of you that, I'm assuming none of you were watching the men's game last night, there was some extracurriculars going on in that one later in the game, so not expecting that kind of physicality tonight, but could get a little more bumping than we usually do as Moore able to get this one out. Johnson chops it ahead. Nesbitt tries to play it forward. Under some pressure, she's on an island as her line mates change. On comes Calverta. She'll backhand that one down into the corner. Levinson rims it up the wall, kept in by Episcopo, only barely. Still there, and eventually is going to be gotten out of the zone by Evans. And offside play, it would appear. And it will be just, it looks like this is going to be at center. Not exactly a veteran officiating crew here today. These gentlemen have some games under their belt, but certainly not hallmarks of the officiating scene here in Fort Wayne. The referee, I don't even know who it is, doesn't have a nameplate. I've never seen him before in my life, but besides the point, as choppy early on, we're still only 61 seconds into this one, and we're looking at potentially our 5th face-off already. It'll be the big 3 unit coming out. Yakchuk to the draw. Taking their time. Here we go. Got it down. And it is into the Wolverines' defensive end. Pedamshand holds the line there. German is there for Michigan. This is Isabel German. There is Catherine German as well, and maybe one more. Don't think so. So there are the 2 German sisters. We're going to go with that.
No trios.
No trios here. Don't have any triplets, but we do have a Terpstra. She'll fire. That one is gloved by Poneth. Haley Terpstra, one of the standouts so far this season for Indiana Tech, especially on the back end, has really stood out. I mentioned it. Overtime against Midland last Friday, first one over the wall. And against a high-quality opponent like that, that speaks volumes on the confidence that Coach Hicks has in her. Yonker seals off the wall, picks up now in the circle with the chance, fires that one, saved behind the goal. Picked up by Gargiulo. Shout out Arbor Broadcasting up here as well, helping out with some pronunciations. If you're tired of my voice, feel free to go over and check out their stream. I wouldn't blame you one bit. Kuzbel Rister, that one goes high. That looks to be Catherine German on the far side. Nesbitt onto the scene. She'll try and chase this one into the corner. Back up Calverta. That one trickles behind the goal. Johnson now. Skating this one ahead is Gargiulo. It's cleared out to neutral. Episcopo, D to D for Calverta. Across the red line, she'll dump this one in. Pops out in front. Nesbitt circling, holding, passing out high. Episcopo, Rister. Blocked down in front. Johnson, stick lift, sent at the side of the goal, and will be whistled down on the hold by Poneth.
Liking what I'm seeing here early from Indiana Tech. The offensive attack has been on it. The puck hasn't even been to the other end of the ice here thus far. So good start for Indiana Tech. Let's see if they can get some momentum rolling and try to get one on the board.
Absolutely. The Warriors controlling play to this point. Izzy Varner hasn't even sniffed a shot attempt, I don't think, so far. Still very early. Not even 3 minutes in. Took the men's team all of like 30 seconds to score last night, and what became a blowout 8-3 win over their rival, the Aquinas Saints. Top 15 matchup. The men's team currently sitting at number 8 in the men's Division I ranking. Aquinas at 15. A big test there tonight in the rematch, 8 o'clock at Aquinas. Crozen off the draw. Controls. Look to backhand this one down low. Malazewski. Pass was broken up there by Crozen. Trickles down to the Indiana Tech end. Maddie Beek is there. Opts for the rim play to Crozen. Crozen is pinned to the wall. Cevallos up to German. Back to Cevallos. Moore is there, trying to chop it ahead. Borland. Behind the goal for Beek. Fanned on the pass, under some pressure from Swanson. still battled for it there, just below the hash marks.
Physicality, lots of it being shown here early, liking what I'm seeing.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You should come when Adrian's in town. Those ones usually are where you get the most physicality. That's Indiana Tech women's rival. He's got to be the Adrian Bulldogs. They'll be in here in a few weeks. Next week, an off week for the ladies, and then it'll be back at it against Concordia the following weekend, and then I think Adrian after that. Calverta into her own end. Episcopo looking to start the breakout, rims it right back around. Bowler wasn't on the wall, sent back down by the Wolverines. Sent out in front. High slot. Bowler couldn't get it cleared. Into the corner by German. Episcopo on the stick of Calverto. Off the stick of Bowler and out of the zone. Pettimshand tried to throw it in gear, but will just take up position in the forecheck. Backhanded up the wall and out off the stick of Simmer. Moore comes over and sends it back down. Linesman blows a tire. Back out in neutral. Kuzbel regrouping with Yonker and Moore. Moore nearly hit Anderson straight in the bucket. That one did not miss by much on goal. Kuzbel out in front. Rogers couldn't collect it. Yonker right point. Moore pinches in, can't keep it. It's cleared. Yonker back for it. On the backhand, send it ahead for Rogers. Here's a look for Rogers. Onside play, under some pressure. Through the middle, Kuzbel. A little bit late to the scene on the rebound attempt. Rimmed around McElhaney. Stops up. Sent out high. This is Juzak. Looking to send it into the corner. Nesbitt in the circle, up high to Terpstra. Still there is Michigan, continuing to try and play it up the strong side. Rimmed around yet again. This one going to be cleared out by the Wolverines, but immediately picked up by Nesbitt, turning this one back in offensively. After a choppy first minute, a centering pass in front looking for Johnson. Really settled into a bit of a rhythm here. Here's Johnson. Pulls the wrister. That one was blocked through by Levinson. On the far wall, Episcopo had her shot blocked. Nesbitt comes back out into neutral ice. Onside play, and it's dumped down by Michigan. This one will be icing with 13:22 on the clock. A draw will be to the right of Poneth. Moreland out with Crozen and Williams. Comes out to the point for Moore. Sent down low. Winds up in the far corner. Borland goes over there. Locks up with a player. And it is going to be sent out by Michigan. Brooklyn Moore. Almost lost the handle on it. Still with it. Sends it up the wall. Looks like Borland got a piece of that. The referee there held it. Sent in. This is German. Crozen nearly broke that one up. Fanned on the pass, trying to regroup with Yonker. Yonker collects. Borland trying to chip it in deep. She's tired, looking to go for a change, it looks like. Moore tries to get it into the Michigan zone. Yakachuk on the scene. Dodges one and flips it right up into the Michigan bench. And she'll offer her apologies for that one, as that one got up quick and hit a player probably square in the chest. Almost hit one of the coaches. 12:39, neutral zone faceoff. Still don't think Varner has faced a shot. Out to Terpstra. She'll carry this one in offensively. Backhands it down low. Behind her own net is Kolwich. Yakachuk there for the Warriors. Bowler in the circle. Couldn't get the shot off. German plays it for Kolwich. Up the wall and out. This one has the juice. Will it be on goal? No, it will not. And it will be icing. So it'll come all the way back down. into the Michigan zone. See which side Tech prefers on the draw. It will be the left circle. Anderson able to win that one. Rogers into the corner for the puck. Into the slot. This is Ceballos able to clear it out. Calverta under some pressure, almost coughs it up, still there. Episcopo comes over to help, knocks it away. Sent out in front, center point, German Arister. Loose, but blown dead, and Michigan is not going to be happy about that one because that would have been an easy goal. And I think our colleagues from Arbor are not happy about that one. We will get a look at it on our replay.
I think they signaled the net coming off there.
I would
not
think so.
100% sure, though.
I don't know what else it would be. It can't be the net off because there was no one even really around there. But anyways, right back to live play. Indiana Tech, you will certainly take that one because that was almost a no-doubt goal. Plenty of room there. The puck just sitting down. But anyways, back to it. More behind the net for Yonker. Up the wall, Nesbitt in the backhand. It was behind Nesbitt, as that was Johnson on the pass. Juzak chips it ahead to herself. She'll race into the corner for it. Won't get there first. Nesbitt reads that breakout attempt, and looks like this puck got caught under her skate, and she fell to the ice, coming through the neutral zone. This is Michigan. Cutting was German. Knocked it away in the high slot. And that Michigan player taken down. Picked out of the skates. Nesbitt can't get the clear, but Moore got it out into the center circle. This is Evans into the corner. Yonker watches over her. On and off the stick of Farhan. Out into the slot, looking for Lindahl. Spinning the shot there was Evans into the corner now. Levinson gets down there for the Wolverines. Johnson waiting for this puck to get to her, and it almost didn't, but coming across was Borland getting it out. Williams trying the wraparound. Couldn't finish it off, had it knocked away. High slot Crozen just out of her reach. Through the skates of Terpstra, but Crozen back with the stick lift, takes over. Gets around one, head up, chips it. Still trying to skate ahead for it. Michigan makes changes, tipped out. Terpstra rolls across, picks this one up. Could have been a 2-on-1 there for Michigan. Behind the net, gets it now over to Crozen. Crozen swarmed by the Wolverines. Picking this one out of the scrum was Gajulo. Wrister there by McCarthy. Near wall. Comes up to McCarthy. Crozen got a piece of that one. And it will come out into the neutral zone. Some good physicality picking up here on this shift, and it will be offsides on Michigan with 9:29 to play.
Seems like both teams are playing physical here thus far. Back and forth we go. Outstanding game here thus far. We'll see who can get the first points on the board.
First goal so critical, especially in what we anticipate to be a close, lower scoring game. Indiana Tech, I believe, got the first goal. They did get the first goal both times against Midland last weekend, but a little bit of a late game collapse on Friday undid that hard work, but able to finish the job off on Saturday. Ceballos for Michigan trying to chase this one down, but Episcopo is there first. Near wall, Melizewski. Big save there by Varner on the shot from, I believe that is Matthews. Side of the goal, kept out. Sent around behind the goal on the errant shot. That was Kolwick making her way over. Episcopo up the wall, Pettimshand. has plenty of room to skate and will do so. She'll just dump it off now as her line mates change. Colwick looks to start it ahead. Right on the stick of Anderson. High slot. She'll fire. And the save by Ponith on a high danger opportunity for Anderson. Ponith comes up big with the save.
So it seems like Michigan's going for a lot of stretch passes out of the zone, but Anderson with a nice shot there just couldn't sneak it by the Tendy. It's a nice shot, though. Beautifully placed.
Beautifully placed, high corner. Read the play, clean intercept. So I think you'll take that opportunity more often than not. They're not all going to go in, but a good number of them will, as this is DeCreasy. Side of the goal shot. Varner makes the save. Good on her post. Up to the point. Hyrister tipped down, but stopped by Varner. That was from forehand. Loose off the draw. Borland getting to it. Still no clean possession. Now it looks like the Wolverines come up with it. Forehand. Forehand. We're going forehand, Hunter.
Oh.
That's what we're going to call it. Yonker chips it around. She'll go into the corner looking for it herself. Sent around. DeCreasy. Out. And Yonker has to get back as that was Simmer kind of just hanging out behind the Indiana Tech defense. And could have been sent on a breakaway there, but Yonker able to get back in time. We'll get confirmation on forehand or forehand in the intermission.
I like forehand.
I like forehand. I mean, I think that's what we're going to go with, at least for now.
Maybe she has a good forehand, too. We just haven't seen it yet.
We'll see as Pedamshan racing in. Didn't quite have the speed on that try. Leaves it for Yakachuk. She'll try and pull the trigger. Backhand attempt. That one blocked as well. Pedamshan tripped up, but that one doesn't really qualify for a penalty. Calverta, after Lindahl tried to glove it ahead. Beek on the backhand, feeling the pressure, has to regroup with Calverta in the Indiana Tech end. Tape to tape for Pedamshan. Across the line. Wrists it on the ice. Low shot. But Ponith comes up with the stop. German bumps it outside for Lindahl. Tries the toe drag, gets around McElhaney. And Varner able to safely poke that one away into the corner as Michigan a near miss. Anderson. Cleared out of the zone, racing for this one. This is Eliason. And Moore boxes her out, is going to get a little extra for that. And so still a 0-0 tie here. 6:22 on the clock in our first frame. This is a CCWHA matchup. Sometimes, like when we have Adrian in, none of those 4 games will count in the league standings. This one will, one of Indiana Tech's 2 cross-division opponents. The next one is Concordia. So after a couple of weekends of non-conference stuff, back into it for Tech. Michigan kind of just getting their league season started. This is only their second weekend of conference action. They have only played, 6 games? And that's including last night. So still a young season for both of these teams. Indiana Tech only a couple more games with 9 now. No rankings yet. Probably anticipating that here in 2 or 3 weeks. Up the wall, Johnson. On the stick of Juzak. Sends it into the corner. Gets back to it on her own. Still back there. Nesbitt coming in support. That was Malazewski. Now Calverta for Indiana Tech. Nesbitt carries through the neutral zone. Tried to dump it in and did. Thought Juzak might have stopped that one up. And it's actually going to be icing, so looking for the change. And they're not going to get it, so that unit will have to stay out. for at least until they can get a clean opportunity to change. Draw to the right of Varner, keeping up the goalie rotation, getting her game in this weekend. Moore has her stick tied up, so she can't collect that puck. Calverta is there. She is harassed by Matthews. Behind the goal now, Moore. Looks up ice, finds Johnson into the middle. Nesbitt, and she'll chip that one in, and they will get their change. So an entirely new unit on for Tech. 5 new players out. One of them is Williams. She couldn't knock that one away. Piscopo bodied Simmer off. Williams a little ahead of herself, trying to leave the zone, sent back in deep. Piscopo gets to it, has a stretch pass for Crozen, gets it to her, but it goes in between her stick and her skates all the way down. German is there. Kolwich. Crozen trying to stop this breakout. Borland seals the wall. Kolwich towers over some of these Tech players. Calverta down below the top of the circles. Williams comes back in support, trying to fill that void on the blue line. Williams tied up there with her stick. Crozen at the near wall. It was Calverta who chipped it out. German regrouping with Kolwich. Into the middle, off the stick of Rubin. Yonker, Calverta. Plenty of room here. Crozen as Michigan makes changes, and Indiana Tech will do so as well. Crozen fires that one in. Behind the net, starting this play ahead. That might still be Kolwich. Moore. McElhaney. Back to Moore. Forehand. Got it ahead and dumped in. Varner will stop it behind the net for McElhaney. Yakachuk, and couldn't get it to Pedamshand. McElhaney will get another try here. Moore looking into the middle, finds Yakachuk. Pedamshand, center circle, tries to lead it for Bowler. Pedamshand pinned to the wall by Swanson. Battle ensues. Pedamshand still there, put into the wall. That'll draw the first penalty. And so Indiana Tech will hopefully get a shot of momentum here as they'll go on the power play. But the bad news, Hunter, Indiana Tech not known for their elite power play. Except for the men's team. The men's team power play is something serious this year. They've also had a couple of games where they have just gotten out of hand, so that's a contributing factor. We'll see what the ladies can do. I don't even have a percentage because the score sheets from visiting games aren't in the website, therefore don't factor into the stats. Maybe that's something I should do on my own. It might just be easier. Yonker, Piscopo, Yakachuk back to Piscopo. Pulls the trigger, saved by Poneth. Pedamshand out to Yakachuk, and it just misses her, so Tech will have to start again and regroup in the neutral zone. Off the stick of Bowler and cleared back into just about the Tech zone. We're going to get a face-off all the way down for something. Not exactly sure what, but hey, it's all good. 2:26 on the clock. 1:36 on the penalty time to Catherine German. Moore will control off the draw. Skating this one ahead, but under some pressure. Trying to turn on the Jets. At least gets it in offensively, but who's offside? So that will stop it up. 1:20 on the penalty. Face-off sent all the way down by Michigan. Terpstra is back for the Warriors. Tried the stop-up on Eliason. almost went very poorly. Moore able to work it over to Borland. Tech trying to get organized here. Into the zone. Looking to the drop for Williams. Hangs on to it. Now she'll leave it. Williams at the near half wall. Circling. Episcopo. That wrister blocked immediately. Yakachuk heads up. Has some room. Wrists it. That one blocked down potentially by Juzak. Williams. Center point Episcopo. This is Borland. Tries to send it on goal. That one was blocked. And this one is blocked down by Yakachuk. Not cleared. Still held in at this left point. On the backhand. Protecting the puck. Hanging on. Still with it. 17 seconds on the power play. Wrists that one into the glove of Poneth. And with 1:03 to go and 13 seconds on the power play, we'll get a whistle.
Nice pressure being brought here by Michigan on this penalty kill. Looking to slow this power play down. To mention 13 seconds left to go. We'll see if Indiana Tech can get one off here.
That would remove some of the poor taste from my now very cold coffee. So we'll see. 10 seconds now. Calverta comes down to the hashies. Still squeaks past Nesbitt. Left point. Down low for Johnson. Back to Nesbitt. Back to even strength. Cross Yonker. Looking to wrist it. She does and scores! Indiana Tech. At 5-on-5, they get on the board first. It will be Lauren Yonker leading the way. With 45 seconds to go, that one has to feel good. The wrister finds its way through. And the Warriors get the all-important first goal.
Just a matter of time there for Indiana Tech. After all the pressure they've had in this game thus far, they're pressuring the Michigan goalkeeper hard. So them to get one there, it's absolutely tremendous stuff. We'll see if they can continue to roll.
Absolutely tremendous. I love that. One of Summit City Sports' favorite adjectives, as well as live, in all capital letters.
And you got to go with the big-eyed fish.
Don't forget the big-eyed fish. And are you serious? I'm going to incorporate that next time there's an overtime game-winning goal.
There we go. Bingo.
Speaking of overtime game-winning goals, Yakachuk has a couple of those. Last year against Adrian.
Nicely done there.
A one-timer by Yonker looking for number 2. Didn't get all of it behind the net. Hedham Shand still behind the goal. Michigan looking to work it out, but that is going to do it for the first period. So, at the end of one, Indiana Tech leads by 1. We'll go ahead and step aside on the other side of this commercial break. We'll talk a little bit about the game. Not a whole lot to talk about, just the 1 goal and 1 penalty. We'll be back. Indiana Tech Women's Hockey brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change, and depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2, and he's one of the professors that teaches it, and he was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at SuperValue Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back. First intermission here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House. It is a 1-0 Indiana Tech lead. The late goal by Lauren Yonker. The wrister from the right circle finding Twine. And the Warriors get the first goal. Hunter, always curious to hear the impressions of people like you and Brandon who kind of come in from time to time but aren't here on a game-to-game basis. So what did you kind of think through the first 20 minutes?
So Indiana Tech brought a lot of pressure there in that game. Their keeper did not see many shots at all. So Indiana Tech bringing the pressure. I loved what I saw there on the offensive end for Indiana Tech, getting lots and lots of shots off. Let's see if they can try to keep things rolling here as we got the second and third period still taking place here at the Frozen Ice House. It's freezing in here.
It is. It's freezing this weekend. Those of you that might be making the trek back here, it is solidly colder this weekend than it was last time.
A lot
most
warmer.
Of you were here.
A lot warmer outside too.
Yeah, makes no sense. It was like 30-something last weekend. It felt pretty good in here. It was 70-something degrees outside last night, and I was freezing. So, hey, but good thing it's not a doubleheader. Otherwise, I would 100% be running out to the car to get my jacket. But we will go ahead and take a look at least at the, almost goal for Michigan since we have it. Might as well kill a little extra time, as I'm just not exactly sure what this one was waved off for. Nonetheless, Tech will certainly take that one. Now here is the goal for Yonker. Across to her, lets the wrister go. And thought maybe that one would have gotten tipped, but it did in fact not get tipped. So Michigan out of their locker room quite early. Not sure if they're thinking we're going to be getting started like 4 minutes early. I can assure you we will not be getting started that early.
Never happens.
No, we will go ahead and step into another commercial break, but a short one because we definitely could start early. We'll be right back. Indiana Tech Women's Hockey brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back. Teams on the ice, about ready to get things going here once again. We're not going to get started 4 minutes early, but we are going to get started about a minute and a half early when it's all said and done, which, you know what, I am A-okay with. I'm trying to get home for F1 qualifying at 6 o'clock, so shouldn't be an issue, but you never know. Never hurts to be ahead of the game on these sorts of things.
Exactly. Making my way out to the Coliseum after this one, so use a little bit of time in between.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll have about an hour for qualifying, and then Comet start at 7:30, so it works out just about perfectly. Love it.
Bingo.
Moore through the neutral zone. She'll lead the rush ahead. Had it knocked away from her. Poke checked, and now Michigan looking to come the other way. This is Simmer. Simmer up to the point. Kept in by Levinson and sent out. Nesbitt tried to send herself on a little half breakaway there. She could have poked that one. Juzak will dump this one in, and it will be icing. And goaltender coming out of the crease. That is not going to be a good scene for the official, as Scott Hicks not happy about that. And we were kind of just talking about it, a little inexperienced officiating crew. They don't know that in college hockey, it is almost always waved off if it is in any sort of doubt. Icing regularly waved off, it seems like. And so it looks like we are going to compromise. And we are not going to compromise. It will come all the way back down. So that's all good. It is frankly all good. Actually, you know what? We'll update that status here shortly if it is in fact good. Juzak into the draw. Tied up. Picked up by the Wolverines. Out to the point. Kolwick. Covered by Varner. So it ended up being okay.
Once the official makes his call, no way he changes it.
No,
it's very hard to get him to.
I've yet to see an official, at least with a penalty, have it argued and totally reversed.
I love when parents get fired up for that reasoning. It's just like, you're not going to get the official to change his mind. He made his word. Nothing happening.
No.
Sorry.
No chance. Good luck trying, though. I mean, it makes you look a little bit silly, depending on how much you want to argue it. All right, circling out high at the point, German. Pedamshand able to get that one out, trying to get it into the middle for Bowler. Couldn't. Episcopo across the center line, looking to send it in on goal. Poneth will hold for a whistle. 18:47 to go. Offensive zone draw. It looks like it's going to be Genesee Williams to take it. Borland will hang out on the right wing. Draw is won by Michigan. Crozen into the corner for Tech. Sent out high to Terpstra. Walking the line. Lets that one go. It runs just wide. Williams. Behind the net, Borland. Gets some help from Williams. Into the far corner. Circling out high. Leaves it. Trying to get Terpstra. Comes out into the neutral zone. McElhaney is back. Goldman trying to get it in deep.
Physicality still grueling in this one.
It is. This one's been a little chippy. Here comes Crozen in down the right side. In her skates, she'll chase into the corner. Run off the play. Borland comes in some support role. Comes out high, Yonker, and we are going to get a whistle for something. And it was the back linesman who blew the whistle, so...
I think he called too many men, if I am not mistaken. It looks like he was counting.
It looks like it.
People on the ice, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, Rogers is going to the box. That is what we're going to go with. I'm going to trust you, Hunter. So, all right, power play for Michigan, 17:53 on the clock. Bench minor will be sat by Jaden Rogers. Michigan opportunity here to even this thing up. First shot blocked down in the slot before it could get there. Comes out high. This is German onto the wall. Bowler capitalizes on the loose puck, sends it all the way down. I will say, the numbers on the elbows for Michigan, very difficult to read.
Oh.
I don't. Is it even the Michigan logo? I think it might just be the Michigan logo, actually. I don't even know. Moore, behind the net. Has some time, can't clear it up. Kept alive, Evans. Goal line, shot. Now to the near wall. Bowler is over there doing battle. Behind the net now. Rather in the corner. Below the circle. Up to Rubin. Bowler. Bowler can't get to it. Has a couple shorthand goals this year. Looking for another one. And Varner will make the stop with 16:54 on the clock. And 1 minute even on the penalty to Rogers. Gargiulo will take the faceoff. Tie up. Yonker comes away with it, sends it up the wall, where it is held in by Levinson. No pressure here. Comes back to her, winds and fires that one well wide. Terpstra. Far corner on the backhand. That one was tipped down by Williams, but kept in. Shot, Varner able to make the save. 16:35, 41 seconds in penalty time. Still to go here. At the point, Levinson, wrister. That one looked like it might have gotten blocked in front. Williams can't quite hack it out. DeCreasy was there at the point. Backhanded down the wall by Gargiulo, but cleared by Indiana Tech. DeCreasy. Gargiulo interfered with there by the linesman. That allows Indiana Tech to clear it back down. Six seconds to go in penalty time. That should just about do it. Is DeCreasy into the middle for Levinson. Out of the reach of Simmer. Moore. Behind the net. Rims it up the wall for Bowler. Here comes Indiana Tech. Stretch pass ahead on the stick of Yakachuk. She'll wrist that one on goal. Loose out in front. Pettimshan to try.
Still loose.
And a quick whistle there for the official. I mean, you can't be blowing it dead for it being frozen.
Right. Like you said, a non-veteran officiating crew. I think that's what you get with a lot of them.
Well, and that one, the tough one there is like that wasn't even
bouncing,
like
yeah.
questionable.
Yeah, that one was loose without a doubt.
I don't know what else is going on here this weekend, but I can't believe that there wasn't one of the Fort Wayne veteran officials that was available today. But I digress. It's not a critical thing at the moment. I guess it's all good. This one is just barely kept in. I guess we'll say we got veteran linesmen. I mean, these guys have done plenty of games as lineys.
Yeah.
But
referee, I've never seen her on either, so.
No, I think that we get plenty of referees that have to travel into town, though.
Yeah.
I think there's a decent ref shortage here, but I don't know. I don't play Adult League anymore, so Pedamshand in the circle, stops up, leaves it for Yakachuk. She cuts into the middle, finds Yonker, left circle, a shot, that one high.
That was a nice find there.
That was tremendous find.
Absolutely tremendous stuff.
Calverta. Stretch pass ahead. Nesbitt shortens up the stick, receives it. Chipped ahead. Indiana Tech. Where is Michigan on this one? Is Juzak in unopposed?
All alone.
Loose out in front, still there. Now we don't get a quick whistle. Just, I think Pedamshand hanging out in front. No, is she even out there anymore? No. Couldn't get the stick on it. It must have been Nesbitt. I honestly, the brain power is a little bit low at this point in the week, so.
We're almost through.
Almost through. Yeah, that's part of why I was like, I'm not going to the Comet game. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
My Thursdays and Fridays are just nonstop, and Wednesday nights now, too.
Oh, yeah. High school hockey.
Yeah. So from like Wednesday at noon on, it's just nonstop action. Johnson. That was Nesbitt. Rimmed around. Moore pinching down, trying to seal the wall. Slows this one up momentarily into the circle. It comes free. Moore, wrist shot, blocked down. Rubin up the wall. Juzak is there. Nesbitt knocked away from her in the high slot. McElhaney trying to sweep that one ahead. Nesbitt on the back check. This is going to draw a penalty for Indiana Tech. And so it will be another power play for the Wolverines. It will be hooking.
So Michigan on another power play here in this second period. We'll see if they can try to convert on this one. Face-off played back.
Reflex. Every time I say Michigan, I have to stop myself from saying Michigan Dearborn.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to it. But no, it is the Michigan Ann Arbor.
The Michigan Wolverines.
Well, I mean, it's the Michigan Dearborn Wolverines, too. That's part of it. That's part of it. If it was like Michigan Dearborn, like something else, like that'd be one thing, but. Varner, the glove save there on this shot from the circle. 13-24, minute 33 on the penalty time.
Shout out to the Arbor broadcasting crew bringing in the juice.
Yeah, they're bringing the juice where I am lacking today for sure. I don't know if it was like last night that I don't know. Last night was an odd vibe too. I don't know. It was weird. It was a rivalry game, like decent crowd last night, but the crowd just felt like there was no juice in it. And I mean, you definitely got to manufacture the juice for most of these games due to the turnout. But actually not even too bad of a crowd today. So
it happens.
It does. It happens. I mean, it's 10 minutes away from campus, so I mean, you know how it can get sometimes. Out to the point. Levinson down the half wall. Over to the right point, wrist shot. Williams got all of that one on the block and cleared out. This is Juzak trying to throw it in gear, catches up to it, takes the shot, but kind of running out of steam and running out of racetrack. Did the best she could, but Poneth there makes the stop. with 12:40 on the game clock and 49 seconds to go on the Tech penalty kill. But an offensive zone draw for the Warriors. It's Pedram Shand to the wall. Terpstra.
Whoa.
In the circle, Swanson tries to stretch it up ahead, but that one blocked by Terpstra. Bowler stops up. Down low, Pedram Shand at the half wall. Keeps it moving. Sent out right in front, poked away by Ponith. Evans skates this one ahead for Michigan. Across the red line, now on the attack. Not much time still to go here on the penalty. Side of the net, Varner able to stop that one. 12 minutes even on the clock. 9 more seconds on the penalty to Nesbitt.
Number 40 for Michigan, carrying that puck up, using the size. Don't got a roster in front of me, but
that would
I like
be
that.
Maria Evans. You know what?
Some nice
I have
stuff there.
An extra roster because it was slightly inconvenient trying to find them, as it is most of the time this year.
There we
so
go.
There you go. If you
There
need
you go.
an emergency reference.
I appreciate that.
Yep. And I don't even think there are roster programs here today. So there's that as well. But we do have them usually, just not today, which is why I no longer rely on getting them from the Sports Information Office and seek them out myself.
Bingo.
Anderson rubbed off the play by Kolwich. Battle in the corner. 2 players aside. Rogers in there. She's not afraid to get physical in that situation. Kuzbel down for Anderson. Out high. Moore. Wrist shot. Still loose in front. Kuzbel couldn't get the stick on it. And now to the near wall for Michigan. We are, of course, back to even strength. McElhaney takes one down. Ponith appealing for a penalty. The referee was in perfect position to see it and didn't think it warranted a trip to the sin bin. Kuzbel now down the far side, wrists that one in and out of the glove of Ponith. She'll grab it yet again and hang on for the whistle. Still 1-0, approaching the halfway point in this afternoon's matinee. This song used to be my jam on Guitar Hero, Hunter.
Hey, it was a bop.
It was back in the day. Williams up the wall. Terpstra winds and fires. Borland looking for the tip and the rebound. Still loose in front. And we finally get a whistle. Crozen getting a shove there. A couple players across the ice, but we're all good. Cooler heads prevail. See, Hunter, look, for the ladies' games, when something like that happens, it's done.
Yeah.
For the men's games, stuff like that, it just continues to go.
Yeah, last night you saw a player score a goal and then just came in and jumped over the official. It seemed like insanity.
Avery Smith scored, him, Ali, and we'll go ahead and assume it was Nikki Forrett because that's the remainder of that line celebrating a goal. But Barney kind of tripped up, blew a tire, and slid into the Aquinas goalie, who had already been a little sassy at times in the game. And then the goalie starts wailing on Barney, which is how that starts. And so Ali and crew notice, come over. Ali jumps on the back, essentially, of Kerwin Johnson for Aquinas. And Johnson, justifiably, not a fan of that. And so Johnson, lost his mind.
He threw quite a bit of punches in that one.
He was throwing some haymakers. The juice point of that clip is on the Indiana Tech Twitter. So if you haven't seen it, would encourage you to go check it out, or you can always find the live stream. There are about 15 minutes left in the third period when that happened. I think closer to 16, actually. But, yeah, it was a scene. So we'll see if there's any of that animosity that carries over to tonight's game as that shot goes wide. That one from Rubin.
I love that Johnson moving out of the way of the official last night to just try to go and hammer Ali even more.
Yeah.
Just a brawl happening.
We're going to have a penalty here on Indiana Tech. Yeah, after that, it was just a weird, even more just strange vibe in the building because, everyone very kind of lackadaisical, just very much gave the vibe that everyone was trying to get through the game without any further shenanigans because that incident had Ali, Johnson, and Sturm, the goalie for Aquinas, all ejected. So, by the way, the penalty to Terpstra for roughing. So, the third power play attempt now for Michigan. Buller gets to this one. Pettimshan, potential 2-on-1, doesn't get there quick enough. That shot misses. Gargiulo will lead the breakout ahead. Skates this one herself. Bodies Pettimshan off. They eventually spin each other out. Moore will send this one all the way down. Brooklyn Moore, the graduate student, second-year graduate student, playing out her last year of eligibility here at Indiana Tech after prior stops at Miami and Adrian. So we'll have a senior night this year, and then we'll have a year off, and then we'll see how many seniors we have after that. How many of them will return for grad years of their own? That's a question. I don't know. I think just 4 years of eligibility probably. I don't think they'll be getting any COVID exemptions.
Physicality. Look at that.
Yeah, Juzak getting involved, pinned along the wall.
Bringing the bodies.
Still there, finally. Picked out. Juzak sent around to Episcopo and cleared all the way down. That draws some applause from the Tech bench. Michigan trying to quickly go right up. This is German. Under 30 seconds on the power play. Cutting into the slot. Had that wrister blocked. Out high, Evans. German into the glove and out of the glove of Varner. Lindahl loose out in front. Still there. Michigan hammering away. But Varner able to stop. And someone I looked like might have thrown a crossy. And we're going to be all good here.
Nice job being done here by the Indiana Tech penalty kill tonight. Taking those pucks and clearing them out.
No doubt. Tech, a pretty good penalty kill. Pretty good penalty killing team. I think I have their penalty kill percent from last year on my big master Tech last year in review sheet that I made up before the season. For any relevant facts.
Got to get the history book going here.
Have to. I mean, no one else is doing it right now, so I guess I will. Pettimshan trying to center it, and Buller picks up. Yonker, wrist shot, fanned on it. Episcopo winds and fires, and that one blocked by Rogers and out. We are back to even strength. Yonker along the near wall will carry this one in. Skates it behind the net, tries to send it out in front, and Lauren Yonker, another goal. That a weird one, but they all count the same. And that one rolled up off of Ponit's arm and in. So Lauren Yonker having herself a game. How about that? A pair of goals. We'll take a look at this. She kind of takes it herself here, and I don't know why that did not run. All right, there we go. What the heck is going on? Okay, well, we will work on that for future reference. I mean, it looks like it should be running. Anyways, whatever. All right, we'll work on it.
Technology, man.
Dude, I tell you. So, Indiana Tech right back at it. That time, it is stopped. We will go back to here. Let's try and run this one first. So that one runs. All right, let's see. Here we go. There you go. There it is. That's what we like to see. There's Yonker, takes this one behind the net, just kind of tries to center it. And, I mean, it works. It works. Back to live action. Nesbitt had a player draped over her. This is Colwick. Juzak tried to put it out in the slot. German skates it ahead, will dump it in, and Varner will hold with 6:59 to go.
Quick whistle.
Yeah, sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. It's quite confusing. Draw to the right of Varner. Won by Michigan. That shot from Levinson blocked in front. Williams up the wall to Croson. Tries to chip it ahead. That one sealed off by McCarthy. Ahead for Borland now in the neutral zone. Down the right wing, body positioning here. Had it knocked away. Croson was there. She slides into the wall. That net was just barely off, but we play on and it was fixed. Borland back into the zone offensively. There's a wrist shot. That one blocked away by Ponitz. Still with it out in front. Croson still loose, cleared to the corner. Yonker gathers in at the right point, sent down the wall for Borland. And this one sent all the way down, and it will be on goal. So no icing. Right up to Yonker. Back into the skates of Calverta to Yonker. Pedamshand across the blue line. Looking at what she's got, looks like she really wants to find Bowler here. That pass intended for Yonker broken up will come all the way back down. Yonker coughed it up. Side of the goal, still loose in front. And kept out by Varner. Yonker ahead Pedamshand. Yakachuk tries to chip. That one too far for Bowler. Chases it down, and we're going to get icing called. But that was a tight race back to the hash marks. Nonetheless, it'll come all the way back down. 5:31, second period. Hunter, what's the score of the Purdue game, big dog?
Dude, they were down like 21-0 last time I looked. They're struggling right now, man.
Figured that's what you might have had pulled up on your phone. I guess I'll have to do the dirty work.
Yeah, 21-0. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I just figured I'd throw it out there, see what's going on. I don't even know. Oh, Michigan plays Michigan State. Michigan is playing Michigan State today, so that's going to be tough. Oh, we got some engagement going on over there with Yonker and a pair of Wolverines.
What a glove there by Varner.
Still some action apparently ongoing. So I think Yonker is... Well, she just needs some assistance getting back to the bench. So no penalty called.
What a glove there by Varner. That one just flew right into the air in front of her. She was able to snag it out of the air.
Yep, Varner pretty good with the glove hand. Place off will be to her right. It is getting quite cold in here, Hunter.
It is. We might have to hit the restaurant upstairs.
Yeah, no,
between breaks.
100%. Anderson trying to clear this one out. Rogers is there. Anderson as well. Out to the point. German, plenty of time. Fires that one well high. Terpstra stops up, rims it around. Too much sauce on it for Episcopo. Anderson finds into the middle for Kuzbel. She's bodied off the play. German across the red line, dumps it cross corner. Terpstra will pick up with plenty of time. D to D for Episcopo. Rims it all the way down. This one will be icing. 4:42 to go. Second period. Draw yet again to the right of Varner. Kolwich gets it back. One-timer. Didn't get much on it. Still loose. That shot ramps up and wide of the goal and probably high as well. Kolwich off the wall. Tried to send it on goal. Episcopo. Kolwich pinches down. Still there. Malazewski looks to be the one pinned to the wall. Gets some help. That from Saveos. Up high, Kolwich. D to D across, German, wrist shot, blocked by Terpstra, still loose, in some feet.
Whoa.
And we're going to get a penalty here on probably Terpstra if I had to guess, as Anderson touches up. And it will be cross-checking. And this one will be Terpstra. So back-to-back penalties to Haley Terpstra will be the fourth power play of this period for Michigan. So Tech kind of shooting themselves in the foot here a little bit with all of these penalties.
Looks like Michigan's starting to pick up a little offensive intensity now, so we'll see if they can try to get one on the board here.
Yeah, they are starting to get their legs under them, and the power plays allowing them to get into a rhythm with lots of touches. In some feet, it is Michigan that's going to come out with it. Up high, German. Into the slot. Getting to this one at the near wall is Rubin. Back out to Rubin. Lindahl shot loose out in front. Yonker clears it. Not very far, just out to the top of the circle. Williams kicks it ahead to herself. Into the middle. Racing ahead. Juzak, half breakaway. She'll try a shot, but that one padded away by Poneth. Lindahl had it knocked away. Juzak circling back, killing some time. Finds more. Dumped all the way down. On goal, a bouncer. Poneth will hold for a whistle with 3:11 on the clock. 1:13 on the penalty.
Who let the dogs out?
Tech needs to let the dogs out now. Yeah, I mean, they put them out there. We got Penamshan, we got Bowler. I'd say that might qualify. Out to the point, Calverta. Sticked away by Poneth. Comes to the near side wall. Skating ahead is DeCreasy. Behind the net. Still with it. Hanging on now in the far corner. Calverta finally forces her to get rid of it. Bowler with time, with room, skates it. Looks to send it across Penamshan. Far side, Penamshan picks up. Nice move. Bowler in front. Save there by Poneth.
What a find.
Beautiful pass by Penamshan. A great facilitator of the offense. Bowler behind the net. Hanging on. Cleared up to Simmer. Couldn't collect it. Yonker.
Nice job by Yonker on that one to get
Williams
back there.
with a chance. Pass across. They score! Arena Jusak, a shorthanded goal for Indiana Tech. Essentially a 2-on-0 opportunity. And they make no mistake. They lead 3-0 now. Nice find there.
Tic-tac-toe.
Able to finish it off. So, penalties on that occasion at least turns out to be a help. Indiana Tech, plenty of shorthanded goals, Hunter. I tell you what, they score one. You can count on it for minimum one a weekend at least.
Seems like some teams play better on the penalty kill than they do power play. So.
Williams still there, another try. That one held by Poneth. That's going to draw some attention for Williams. The goalie coming out, that's Poneth going to give Williams some words as well, but that draws the applause of the bench. And you're right, Hunter. Definitely there are teams that it seems like play better on the PK. Some players just thrive on the PK. And there's just less pressure, I guess. On the power play, you want to be perfect and you want to score. On the PK, you just got to grind it out. You just got to kill it off.
Get it out of there.
PK is for the grinders. It's for the mutters, if you will. It's like more of a golf term for those that play well in like bad weather, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like it's grit. You need the grittiness, I guess, is what we're getting at. Even strength. Back to it. 5-on-5. Icing committed by Michigan. Draw will be to the right side. Juzak, it's tied up, still sitting there. No one comes up with it. Juzak had her stick lifted again just as she tried to grab it. German trying to work this one forward. Kept in, Beek, right into the skate of Juzak. Juzak, borderline hook. Now they're going to get the call. And it'll be holding, rather. But nonetheless, it will be on Juzak. With 1:27 to go.
Another penalty to kill for Indiana Tech.
That is the 5th this period.
Hey, but the score is saying they play better on the penalty kill. So
Yeah, I mean, you can't really argue with, the 3-0 lead at the moment, I guess. At the end of the day. Right back to the PK. Still there, but covered up by Varner.
took a swiper from the hashies there.
Swanson on the face-off. Yakachuk for Indiana Tech behind the Warrior net. Yonker tries to hammer it around. Pins one to the wall. Picked up by Michigan in the circle. Swept up by Yakachuk. Dodges one. Just try and get it ahead. Put her head into the wall. That's going to be a penalty. Yakachuk feeling that one a little bit. She's going to skate off. And Michigan will tag up. And Scott Hicks wanting a 5 for head contact. We'll see if that's what he gets. Referee looks like he's going to want some discussion here. So let's see if we caught that on the replay. No, just the end of it.
Dang it.
So, unfortunate.
Sorry.
No, well, I mean, no, that's just me being too slow on clicking it. So we'll see what comes up. 59 seconds on the clock. So, I mean, at minimum, you would think we're going to be, as I have not stopped the clock. Minimum will be 4-on-4. What player was that? The player in question is, let's see, waiting. I think that's a 40 is what that looks like. So Maria Evans is tentatively, unofficially, the player in question here. Discussion ongoing over in front of the score table. 132 on the penalty left to Juzak for the record. Looks like Yakachuk getting checked on by the trainer, as you would expect in such a situation. Indiana Tech convening a conference right out by the referee's crease. Now, you're only supposed to send one captain. So, back in the high school days, I would always love it when teams would look silly sending like half their roster out to try and talk to the refs.
Trying to argue the calls.
Yeah. So, looks like they've made a decision.
But they're still in a circle over there.
And it will be a major penalty, and it will be to number 5, but there is not a number 5. There is not another 5. There's not a number 5 on either roster. So we'll assume this is going to be for head contact. And we are under the impression it is Evans. We'll work on that during the intermission. There's one thing we can work on. We'll be out in the cold a little bit longer, but it's okay. That's our commitment. I got Joel's number, the new SID, and the last 2 nights he hasn't even been here when I've had questions.
No bueno.
No bueno. Tough scene. No one going over to the box yet for Michigan. Well, now the 5 is off, but that might just be because they need to correct the number. And now it's number 9. That is Kelsey Swanson. See if Swanson was even in the neighborhood of that. And she was, in fact, not. So, I mean, just for the sake of showing what we have, I mean, so you can kind of see the players that are around at the time. I mean, this is pretty useless, but you just see. Yeah, you can't even tell without having to just slow it down and go frame by frame. But I do not see a 9 in that.
Well, it looks like 21 is... No. Hold on. We'll see who they send.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it looks like 29's going to the box. 29.
29. That would be Mariana Ceballos. So, okay. Well, nonetheless, yeah, we're still getting things sorted out. So, linesman over here a little bit eager to get things going. I think we're just going to leave that 2 seconds that ticked off the clock off, so we'll go ahead and switch ours as well. Determined that the Ethernet cords down at the score table are the issue with the score bots connecting, so hopefully we can sort that out next week, at least for the men's game, and then if that doesn't work, we'll have another try the following week.
We got lots of opportunities to use it both sides on both rinks.
See, there you go. I forgot. I can just try and use mine for high school.
Spaceman, hockey.
Yeah.
High school hockey. Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Our long year's just getting started.
I mean, that's for you guys and Brandon. I've been at it for just about a month now.
Well, soccer for me.
True. You got
blew me
soccer
out.
finishing.
Yeesh.
Yeah, man. Couldn't be me. I couldn't do all that.
I just wrote an article for a team I thought was going to win 3-2, and last I looked, they were down 3-0. So,
yikes!
My predictions are wrong. Cross that one off.
Yeah. All right. Well, this looks like it might be taking a little bit of time, so we are going to go into a commercial break, which will inevitably cut about 15 seconds into it, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. We'll be right back. Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this.
So 29 serving.
Okay, welcome back. So it was 40. It was Evans. She was just sent off. So, and it is being sat by Ceballos. So clarification there. I think that would probably be what the holdup was. Maybe they were just trying to track down who was even the person who was supposed to be getting thrown out. So it is obviously a 5 and a game misconduct. And we are approaching the intermission here. 35 seconds. We're 4-on-4 for the time being. We'll have a little bit of carryover time on the 4-on-4. Williams on the backhand side of the goal. Picks it back up. Now into the near corner. Pedham Shand. Moore doesn't let that one get chipped past her. Levinson up the wall. Moore keeps it in. She's pinned to the wall. Bowler is there. Gets it back to Terpstra, but that will be the end of the second period. 3-0 is our score after 2 Indiana Tech goals that period. We will step aside. You are watching Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at SuperValue Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, I was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so...
All right, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and cut that commercial and just get into it. So it is head contact, checking to the head, whatever you want to call it. 5 minutes in a game misconduct for Maria Evans. It is Saveos who is sitting it. There is 33 seconds of carryover time. Hunter, interesting times, I guess.
Yeah, the physical appearance is uplifting there into that second period. So we'll see how it plays out here in this last period as Indiana Tech out to a 3-0 lead, getting some goals on the penalty kill. Outstanding penalty kill here for Indiana Tech tonight.
Yeah, and we just saw the goal by Lauren Yonker, the second of the game for her there. And then this one, the shorthanded goal for Arena Juzak, as that is how we have gotten to our 3-0 lead for the home team. We'll go ahead and take another break. When we come back, third period action. We're watching Indiana Tech women's hockey, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Hi, I'm Paxton, and I'll be your tour guide today. Behind me, we have Pearson Hall. This is one of our freshman dorms on campus. Today, I'll be showing you dorm rooms. Come inside. The only way to get into campus is if you have an ID card, so you'll have to swipe into all the dorms. And then over here, we have an intercom system. So through every dorm, we have these dial buttons within the dorm rooms and then outside. So say you're visiting somebody, you don't live here, you would dial their room number, and then you can actually call their room, and they can unlock the doors to the dorm through the intercom system, and you can talk to them. They can see you through a camera, and they can unlock the doors for you so they don't have to leave the room. It's really nice to have. So right here we just have our main lobby. Every floor has a lobby. In the lobbies we just have TVs and stuff. You can watch movies, play video games. You can hang out with friends, do homework, play card games. It's just a nice little hangout area to have. And then right here, this is what we call our RA office. So every single night there will be an RA in the office. They're just there for your needs if you have any issues with toilets or sinks or anything being clogged. They'll always be in there for your help. If you have questions about anything, you can always come see an RA here. And then over here, we have mailboxes. Every student has a mailbox. They are really small. The only thing they can fit is card-sized items. Throughout campus, you'll see our mail room when you go on your actual tour later on, and that will be in one of our other buildings where you'll receive bigger packages. All right, so here's the laundry room. So in the laundry room, you don't have to save quarters or use quarters. I know it says 25 cents, but it is included with living on campus. And then there's one on every floor and every side of floor, so there's 2 on every floor in Pearson. So every student has keys to their dorm. And then as you come in, You will see our intercom system right here that I talked about in the entranceway. So this is where you would like unlock the door for visitors, talk to them. And then one really nice thing about it is there is a security guard button right there. So if you were to have somebody like calling your room constantly at like 5 o'clock in the morning because some student forgot their keys, you could actually press the security guard button and it will lock them in that little box that we entered to into the dorm. It'll lock both the outside doors and the inside doors and call security. So it also has a nice safety measure through within your room. You don't even have to leave your room for that. So it's really nice. And then as we enter in this way, you'll see this is the half of our room looks like. So there's this, and then on the other side of the suite, there's a mirrored room that looks exactly like this. The desk, the dressers, and the closets, and all of the drawers and stuff all come with. You can decorate it any way you'd like, and then like mini fridges, TVs, anything like that you would bring here. And then through here we have our bathroom. So then as we come into the bathroom, you'll see that this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then as you come through, there's one shower shared between the two rooms, and then this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then there's the mirrored room right here. So then they share a little common space out there, and then this is the exact same stuff, and it's all the same. Here we have Kalbflesh. This is our other freshman dorm on campus. It is across the street from main campus. We'll be showing another freshman dorm, the laundry room, and then the hangout lobby area. Come on in. So same thing as Pearson. To get into the dorms, you have to have a swipe card that unlocks and lets you in. All right, and then we have the same intercom system as we do in Pearson, and it runs throughout all of the dorms. And then in here is the lobby area where all the students hang out. We have like a TV so people can hook up like Xboxes or anything like that, DVD players, you can watch movies. I know RA's put on a bunch of activities down here. They do like movie nights with hot chocolate during the winter. We've done like pumpkin carving, and we watch a Halloween movie, and so that's all done down here. And then it's the same thing over here. You can do some studying, you can hang out with friends, you can eat dinner if you want, and like I said, you can hang out with your RA, hang out with your friends, do homework, but follow me to the next part. So same thing as Pearson, every student has keys to their dorm. So when you first walk in, it's different than Pearson where there's no like two mirrored room. It's just one room with two students. The shelves, the desk, the drawers, all of the beds and stuff all come with. And then over here, it's the same for Pearson and Kalbflesh. You can control the air condition and the heat for the room, not the entire dorm, which is so nice because then it's between you and your roommate, not through hundreds of people in one building. And then as we walk over here, you'll see that the sink is outside of the bathroom, which is so nice because obviously if your roommate's showering, you don't have to worry about not being able to brush your teeth or even use the sink or get a drink of water or anything like that. And then as we walk over here, you'll see only two roommates to one bathroom. And then the shelving space. And then instead of Pearson where they have closets, you would have this whole shelving space and hanger area. And then same thing as Pearson, we have the intercom system over here where you can press the security guard button, you can talk to them, and then see them through the camera. Kalbflesh also has mailboxes. They're the same size. They fit card-sized items. And again, if you have any bigger packages, we do have a mailroom on campus. So then through here, this is the laundry room. The difference between Pearson and Kalbflesh is Kalbflesh, there's only one in the whole building and it's on the first floor, whereas Pearson has them on every floor. But it is the same as they are included with living here, so you don't have to use quarters. It's free to the students. And that concludes the tour. Thanks for coming with. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to your counselor. Hope to see you around campus. Go Warriors!
Welcome back. Third period about ready to get underway here from the Sport One Parkview Ice House, northwest of the campus of the Indiana Institute of Technology, located in the heart of the Summit City. A beautiful fall day, at least when we came in, but by the time we leave, it's probably going to be getting very close to being dark.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yep, indeed. It always trips me out. I'm so used to waking up early, for work and it being like light, at least for my job that does not start at 6 a.m. in the summer.
And weird weather here in the Summit City. Went from 30 degrees and snowing last week to freaking 70s this weekend.
Yeah, man, I was on my way home from Purdue last weekend when that snow was coming down, so that created some time. I got on the interstate and on what? Jefferson? I got on at Jefferson, and then by the time I had gotten to the Illinois exit, 2 cars had spun off, and I'm like, well, I will be quite careful.
That's a no bueno.
No bueno. All right. Here we go. Last 20 minutes. Pardon the comeback from Michigan. 3-0 is our score. 20 minutes are on the clock. We're set, and the puck is down. Away we go. It'll be Yonker retreating for it. Under the pressure there from Matthews. Guided it to Episcopo. Through neutral. Gains the red line. Dumps it in. Pass Ponth. It's behind the goal now. Bowler gets to it. Yonker, left point. This ice looks getting crisp, by the way, Hunter.
Love to see it.
Yonker.
Beautiful.
Yet again. Faked the shot. Now she takes it. Bounced on goal. Pad save by Ponth. Indiana Tech now on the power play. 3:25 on the major. Near wall, Juzak is there, as is Pedamshan. Pedamshan has it, circles, gives it to Borland. Across, Moore. Back to Terpstra, kept in.
Nice keep.
Terpstra, across Borland. Right back to Terpstra, looks, shoots, blocked, gets back to her. Walks the line, finds Borland. Right circle. Out high, Terpstra. Wrist shot. That one blocked in front. In the slot. In some feet. Borland coming in. Can't pick it up. Still there. Pedamshand gathers it in. More back to Pedamshand. Terpstra. D2D Moore. Wrist shot. Didn't get much on it, but scores.
Wow.
It is the captain, Brooklyn Moore, on the power play. The wrist shot. Don't think she got all on it. Actually, looks like Pedamshan gets the tip here as she's leading the line.
It almost looked like that went 5-hole there.
It did get tipped by Pedamshan.
Nicely done. Using the screen in front of the goalie to put the biscuit in the bread basket.
I love that.
There we go.
The biscuit in the bread basket. I love it. All right, back to it. It is Pedamshan credited with the goal. We, when we ran down there to try and sort out the penalties, were informed that they have not been giving out any assists. So that will be either just going with it or upon video review. So
hey, and the good thing is we have that video review. So
we do. So yeah, I mean,
what did we call here?
I don't know. I was focused on the clock.
I was talking about the video, so
that's all right. Yeah, so I guess we have some stat manipulation going on today, some potential fraud, some fraudulent activity going on here.
Love it.
Loud in front, Borland couldn't finish it off. Comes into the corner. Still on the power play, of course, on the major. You can load it up with as many goals as you can score. Now under 2 minutes on that. Moore. Williams along the goal line on the backhand. Pops out the other side. Juzak slides under her stick and out into the neutral zone for Haley Terpstra. Moore tried to feed it to Juzak. Intercepted and sent down the ice by Swanson. Varner will leave it for Terpstra. Tech will make some changes. Borland out of her reach. Picked up by Levinson. Right up the wall to Gargiulo. Still with it. Yakachuk forces that one off the stick. Stops up. Finds some room. Makes the pass to Episcopo. Bowler inoffensively. Cutting into the slot. Lost the handle on it. Had it knocked away. Here's Yonker. She's got 2 today. Episcopo back to Yonker. Pedamshand. Feed out in front for Bowler. Had her stick lifted. Episcopo. Another try out in front. That one blocked. Bowler picks up. 47 seconds Yonker, the shot.
Oh, that hit the ref. Ouch.
That's a toughie. And cleared down by Michigan. 37 seconds. Right up to Yonker, trying to capitalize on the change from Michigan. Yonker has Pedamshan, bumps it to her outside, out of her reach. Pedamshan tried to play it back up the wall to Yonker. Swept away. Terpstra in. She'll poke that one down. Cleared out right into Terpstra. Pedamshan there, trying to wrestle the puck away. Has her stick tied up. It's cleared down by the Wolverines. And with 11 seconds on the penalty, that should pretty much do it.
I love the nice, crisp, toe-to-toe passing there on that power play. Outstanding stuff. Absolutely tremendous.
Absolutely tremendous. Moore brings it in onside. Sent through the goal mouth. Borland is there. Sends it across back to the near side. Moore tries to poke this one into the corner. Gets down there now. This is Williams. Borland there as well. Williams, oh, nearly had it, but just couldn't finish it off. Crozen. Borland tried to feed it out in front, nearly off Michigan and into their own goal. Down into the Tech zone. Icing will be called with 16:21 to play. And Indiana Tech now leading 4-0 after the power play goal from last year's scoring champion, Izzy Pedamshan.
You know, I want to give you an observation. So me and Tim Atkinson, broadcaster for the high school sports, we started an SES top 10 namer list. So with some of these names you're throwing out here, you should get a top 10 namer list going throughout ACHA hockey.
I might have to just do that. Is it only games that teams that I've broadcast?
No, it's actually any team. You use any team. Like, we had a bunch of them with, like, South Side, North Side. It was all over the place. Fun stuff, though.
Okay, well, then if that's the case, I might have to go on the ACHA stats and just scroll down the list.
It's like putting together your Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year, you know?
All hair team, kind of down that
there we
same
go.
vein.
Yeah, there we go. We got that, too, for the soccer action.
I love it.
Letting the flow drip.
I'll tell you one name that would probably be on the all-name list. That would be Sydney Poison for Maryville.
I like that one.
It's 2 S's, though, so I don't know if it's Poison or like Poison. So we'll have to do some investigative journalism on that. But that's an early contender. I think Yakachuk would have to be on that list.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Without a doubt.
Icing comes back the other way. There were a couple of good ones on some of these other teams. I can't remember if it's men's teams or women's teams, but we've had some good ones.
Hey, even my name's up there. Got to give my last name credit.
Yeah, absolutely. Hunter Sosenheimer, also known less formally as Hunter Gotenheimer.
Love it.
To the near wall, Kuzbel trying to get to it. Terpstra picks this one up. She'll circle behind her net. The breakout pass straight into the legs of Malzewski. Near wall battle. Malazewski is there. Had it poked away by Terpstra. Episcopo picks up.
Man, that referee is getting drilled today. Those pucks.
You know what? That's all right. Maybe a nice little ice bath when he gets home tonight. They are in the Tech D1 locker room for the men's team right now. I'm sure there are some fine facilities in there.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Their locker room, it has to be, it's like square feet wise, decently larger than the women's locker room and the D2 locker room. So be curious to see all the different locker rooms. I think the women's one is probably the same as the D2 teams. Cleared out. Potential opportunity here come the other way for Michigan. This is DeCrease. DeCreasy is their leading scorer, which isn't saying much as they only have 4 points. I think all 4 of them are goals as well for DeCreasy. Like I said, a low-scoring team for Michigan. They got a goose egg up there at the moment. Indiana Tech, not a low-scoring team. They have 4 today. 2 of those belong to Yonker. The other one's to Juzak and Pedamshan. Into the neutral zone. Crozen couldn't knock it ahead. Coming off the bench, Williams. Under some pressure here from Swanson. Moore trying to locate it to Crozen. played out and all the way out of play. Slips between the netting and the glass, and no one over there right now to go and pick that one up. So it will just hang there, even though, these D2 guys could come down here if they really wanted to. I mean, they're all of about, 10 steps away?
Yeah, they're just looking at it. Let it sit.
That's okay.
Might be a souvenir from one of us here tonight.
I don't know, Hunter. I mean, we kind of do. Well, we don't actually go out that way, but
that's true.
I mean, you're welcome to run down there. I mean, I don't care. I'll go down there. Why not? Get some additional steps in, I guess.
Could use it.
Eliason behind the goal. She'll get back there. Tried to send it out in front. Williams on the intercept. Crozen. This is Eliason. Blocked by Episcopo. Stick lifted there. Episcopo knocks it ahead. Up to the left point. Shot there by Michigan. Calverta trying to body up that Wolverine. Couldn't get the number on him. This is Williams. No penalty coming on either of those plays. German with the shot that goes wide. Borland couldn't clear it out. Malazewski. Go ahead, Hunter.
Oh, nothing. I was just going to say this linesman down here did a little twirl. Couldn't see it on the screen, though.
That's upsetting. Did he wipe out again?
He did. Second time tonight.
It is, and that's just what we've seen.
Yeah, could be more.
Could be. DeCreasy had it played out into the neutral zone. Nesbitt chips it into the official. So yet another puck off the ref.
Man.
Tough night for him. I mean, it's not necessarily like he's in bad position. He's just getting hit.
He'll be feeling it tomorrow.
He will be. He might be feeling it right now. It's cold, but he's down there skating. We'll have a penalty here. We'll see who it's on. It will be on Indiana Tech.
Bodies flying all over.
And hello, settle down. We're all good. Well, I don't know what you're going over there for. They weren't doing anything. It'll be a hooking penalty.
Like a play last night.
It will be Terpstra, her third of the night. My goodness.
Racking the minutes up.
Yeah, no kidding. Didn't have a penalty on Saturday last week. Didn't have one at all last week, so. Oh, well, maybe she's just deciding she's going to hit her quota for penalty minutes all in one game. Who knows? Out to the point for German. That one patted away by Varner. Left circle shot. Varner covers the rebound. Yonker throws some crossies as somebody. But we're all good.
Protecting the keep.
Yep. Incidents in women's hockey die down very quickly usually.
It's a good sign.
It is. Keeps the games moving because we don't have to worry about penalties. I'm a fan. This one, though, on the longer side, we did get started like a couple minutes late for no reason whatsoever. So this one taking a little longer than the average game does. German Arister, that one wide. But we're all good here. Up to German. Juzak can't clear it. German still with it. This is the Catherine variant. Rubin sends it down low. Episcopo plays it up the wall. Williams keeps it ahead. And this one goes all the way down, but will not be icing. Out to play it is Poneth. Yonker will just hammer that one right back down. It is picked up by Rubin. Michigan still on the power play for another minute, just under that now. Through the neutral zone, Gargiulo gets around more on the backhand, cutting along the goal line, still loose out in front. A cluster of bodies, and the whistle will blow. Stopping play. And the puck not in the net, so we stay 4-0.
Indiana Tech penalty kill coming up clutch here again. Well, I mean, we still have 46 seconds left on the power play here for Michigan, so we'll see if they can kill this one off.
Doing a good job. DeCreasy can't hold that one in. Bowler will skate out and apply some pressure. still there. Looked like she tried to plant someone to the wall. I think that was Levinson. Yonker takes away from DeCreasy. Levinson plays it ahead. Yonker whips it up ice. This one will get most of the way down, but Poneth will come out to the face-off dot and stop it. Keep the play moving. Eliason knocked away by Piscopo. Takes her time with it, sends it down. Almost had the stretchy there for Williams. Borland knocks it away. Williams will rim it around. Borland gets there first for Indiana Tech.
Back to full.
We are back to full strength. Thank you, Hunter. Borland, because I didn't notice it. Frozen. Missed on the one-timer attempt in close. Out high, Calverta left point. She'll send that one on goal. Blocked down in front. Juzak hounds that one down. Protecting up the wall. Cross to Calverta. Tried to send it through, looking for Borland on the redirect. Calverta tries to keep that one in, but can't. Comes out to center. Episcopo will dump it down in. German put to the wall by Juzak, and that will be a penalty for Juzak. With 8:03 to go, and it will be a power play for Michigan. We will see what the call is. It will be checking from behind. So it will just be Juzak sitting, as Michigan has gotten just the one penalty for head contact to Evans since the first period. Indiana Tech has had way more than that. Up the wall to German. That is Eliason. Into the slot wrister there by Lindahl. Saved by Varner. German. Yonker takes over. Chips it ahead. Keeps it moving. Here comes Dylan Yonker. Has Pettimshan. Yonker pass. Pettimshan scores. Short-handed goal. Number 2 for Indiana Tech. And it is now 5-0 Warriors.
Nicely done there by Yonker, getting around the 2 defenders on that. Just chipping at it away and then getting an assist on that one.
We'll see if she's credited with it. Because, like I said, apparently assists are not being given out.
But we would give her an assist,
We
right?
give her credit.
Yeah.
We give her credit.
We'll take our credit where it's deserved.
Yep. We see you, Lauren Yonker. So Yonker working on at least a 3-point afternoon in our scorebook. Orland throws some shoulder action there. Williams carries the puck in. Williams, it does sound like Yonker getting credited with the assist. I mean, that was a freebie. If you can't get the assist on that, I don't know what to tell you.
She made that play happen.
Yeah, if you can't get the assist on that, probably shouldn't be wearing the armband.
Absolutely tremendous.
Absolutely tremendous. Just the stuff right there. Teamwork makes the dream work. And
Bingo.
Yonker and Pettimshan, the Calgary connection, making it work. DeCreasy to the near side for Levinson. Carried in by Simmer. Finds Matthews. She's immediately swarmed by white jerseys. Puck taken away. This is Moore. Up to the right point, Levinson. Moore, another clearing attempt. Levinson on the hold again.
Nicely
off the
done.
shin pad of Borland and out. 30 seconds on the penalty to Juzak.
Nicely done by Borland, blocking 2 shots there in that scenario. Nicely done.
Borland certainly a player this year for Indiana Tech. One of the freshmen has made an impression.
Like that there.
will not get myself into trouble tweeting out that Pettimshand had her shot redirect. Well, Pettimshand on the redirect. I tweeted out that last night Barney's shot was redirected by Barney because I was going too fast trying to catch up on tweets when they were sorting out the penalties.
Hey, man, those tweets get to you.
They do.
Especially when you're already multitasking.
Absolutely.
It does not help.
Here's an opportunity for Michigan. Shot, Varner. What a beautiful angle there. Able to cut it down and make the save. Some services failed to post. That means Facebook, which is okay. Pettimshand now with 2 goals. Just getting the net back on the moorings here. Got some pit bull going on in here. I wish it was as warm as it is in the 305.
Love the music choice here tonight.
Honestly. Nesbitt, here you go. Sterling Nesbitt fires, and Poneth able to make the save.
Nice speed there by Nesbitt.
Some might say tremendous speed.
We'll take that too.
Getting around that Michigan defender. 5:49 on the clock. It's a 5-0 lead for Indiana Tech. Now, prior to this season, these two teams had met before. It was in the CCWHA tournament last year.
Had some jumpers.
It was a 3-0 win last year in the semifinals for Indiana Tech. So looking to jump back ahead in the season, the year historical, I guess, series. Career series, I don't know what you'd even want to call that. All-time record.
There you go.
There you go. That's what we'll go with. Levinson in the neutral zone. Had it knocked away by Johnson. Gets it to Nesbitt. Nesbitt can't quite handle it. A try, though, anyways, on the backhand. But a save by Poneth. Out high, McElhaney holds it in. Bouncing around, cleared out by Michigan. That looked to be Goldman. Kuzbel picks up. Sends it up ice. Anderson into the middle, trying to find Rogers. DeCreasy. Anderson has it on her stick now. Leaves it for Terpstra. Terpstra surveying. Gets it off the wall to Kuzbel. Picked up by Matthews. Matthews wrists one on to Varner, who will glove it and hold it with 4:47 to play in this afternoon's contest.
My first look at Varner, and she's got a glove.
She certainly does. She does. Varner, a very solid goaltender for Indiana Tech in the early goings of the program history, as is Mackenzie Atley. Those two alternating this season so far. Blockered away there by Varner into the corner. Williams up the wall, off the stanchion, kept in. Backhand try, slides through the goal mouth by DeCreasy. Matthews had it poked away. Borland skates out, chips it ahead. DeCreasy sends up the wall. Williams closes. Yonker gets a piece of that one. Here's Crozen. Gets it over to Borland. Redirected. Rebound in front. Still working at it and kept out. Net is
Still
off. There. Maybe. Apparently not. It looks like it's off, but we play on. Am I tripping?
I can't tell.
I mean, no one's moving to fix it, so I am apparently tripping. Okay, whatever. Anyways.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, icing on that play would be to the right of Poneth.
I love the breakout plays here from Indiana Tech. The chips off the wall. trying to get back to it. And, Scully's going to fix that net. You were right.
See, I told you.
Look at you.
I'm not crazy. I might seem like it sometimes, but I promise.
Bingo. Here we go.
Yakachuk wins the draw to Terpstra. Gets down below the goal line. Bowler. Terpstra tries to keep that one alive. 2-on-1 opportunity here for the Wolverines. Onside play. Shot and gloved by Varner. And she will hold and stifle the opportunity as Lindahl was hunting for a potential rebound that wasn't there. Off the draw. Sent down behind the Tech goal. Beat gets to it in the corner. Tried to work it up to Johnson in the circle. Backhand try there from Rubin. That was stopped by Varner. .327. Getting down to it here. Johnson gets that play cleared. Her and Nesbitt racing into it. Nesbitt picks up, negates the icing along the far wall. Tried to cycle it for Juzak, but it was picked up by Michigan. Back in neutral. Comes to Yonker on her own end. Juzak played it up, trying to find Nesbitt. It will go down and be icing. See where Michigan elects to take this face-off from. Matthews says left side with her backhand to the wall.
I love how players always wait till they get to the circle to call which side they want to draw on.
Some do, some
funny.
don't. I feel like a lot of the spaceman players, they'll start as soon as they hop off the bench, showing where they want to take it.
Shiraki's on that game.
Mm-hmm. Matthews tried to send it out into the slot. It was right onto the stick of Johnson. Gave it to Moore in the slot. Nesbitt able to get that one out off the stick of Johnson. DeCreasy will regroup. Comes back to this side for Simmer. Simmer, shot. Saved by Varner. Under 2.5. Moore. Nesbitt tried to knock it away. Yonker looking to clear. Gets it to Johnson. In the middle, Nesbitt.
Nice.
Pops it outside and will send it in deep. Anderson applies the forecheck. Tries to lock up. Sends it into the middle. Simmer. Nearly turned over there to Rogers. McElhaney with a try. She'll get that one just into the zone, but not deep. Too many. Nope. They were all good on that one.
It's close.
Anderson. It was close, but they were all good. Under 2 minutes to play. Here's another opportunity for Michigan. This is Lindahl. Sent behind the goal. Episcopo draped over her momentarily. Lindahl up the wall. Winding and firing a shot there was Levinson. Lindahl and Anderson tie up. Swanson turned it over to Anderson. Skates this one out. We'll dump it in, go for a change. Kuzbel and Kolwich back for their respective clubs. Up to the blue line, Calverda on the intercept. Borland a shot.
Nice.
And a save by Ponith and a whistle with 1:04 to play. An offensive zone draw awaits the Indiana Tech Warriors. Coming to the late stages of this one. Frozen. High circle. Tipped. Still there. Borland digging at it. Still loose behind the net. Sent out in front. But not out high enough. Now coming the other way with it. This is Eliasson. Knocked away by Calverda. Maluszewski brings it across the line. Far side, slot pass, wrist shot, Varner save, rebound still there, but picked up by Tech. This is Williams. Cross the red line, she'll dump this in. Bounces out in front, Poneth will be forced to hold. For a whistle, 28 seconds on the clock. Offensive zone draw for the Warriors. Just hoping to hold this one in the offensive zone for these last 28.2 seconds. Seal the deal. Face-off won by Tech. Nesbitt to Beek. She'll shoot. That one blocked. Still there. A try by Nesbitt. Now here comes Michigan looking to come the other way. Beek, a wonderful poke check to shut that one down before they could get going. Nesbitt, plenty of room. Down the left side. She'll pull the trigger. Gloved by Poneth and whistled with 10 seconds to go. A wonderful poke check there by Beek to stop that opportunity coming the other way for Michigan, trying to get 4 players up in the rush. Juzak again to the draw. Puck is down. It's a tie-up.
Oh.
Johnson on the pickup to Beek. 5 seconds across for Moore. Sends the shot, but it got blocked down. That will do it. And Indiana Tech will win this one 5-0. We have some engagement going on over here after the fact, but it looks like we'll be okay. Didn't see what happened there. So we'll get a quick look at it on the replay just in case there was anything of note.
I think it was the falling into each other there at the end kind of created the beef.
Yeah, I don't think there's much going on there.
Not at all.
Nope, nothing. It's all good. The teams will shake hands. Indiana Tech will win this one 5-0. It is back-to-back shutouts on home ice. The Warriors will improve to 8-1-1. They are now 5-1 in conference play. Michigan will drop to 4-2-1. They are 1-1-1. 2-1-1 in conference play. Hunter, any closing thoughts?
Good win here for Indiana Tech. Seems like they played a lot better than from what we heard last night. So Warner getting the shutout, that's tremendous stuff right there. And then the power play unit, or the penalty kill unit, was phenomenal here tonight for Indiana Tech.
The penalty kill, absolutely tremendous. 2 shorthanded goals tonight. One for Arena Juzak, the other for Isabella Pettimshand. Pettimshand with 2 goals, one of them being on the power play. Lauren Yonker, 2 goals as well in the Indiana Tech win. The girls are off next weekend. No games. They'll be back at it against Concordia the following weekend. Don't know which one of those is going to be the home game, but we will have it for you here. Thank you for joining us. For my cameraman and color commentator, Hunter Sosenheimer, my name is Joe Hacker. We'll see you next time. This has been Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.